Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to All the Mods 10 Restricted / Some of the Mods 10. I like that. That's the latest one that I saw that I really enjoyed, so thank you for that one. So, it is raining. It literally just started raining before I started recording. I just went to bed as well to get rid of the rain. The rain went away. And then it came back by the time I started doing my recording. That's so annoying. Anyway, it's raining and there's nothing much we can do. So, today I want to talk about a few bits and bobs that I've put together. Mainly about storage. And it's going to be the Just Dire Things episode today. Because flipping love Just Dire Things. I think it's the best thing to happen to Minecraft in 1.21.1. Just putting that out there. I mean, Auritech's pretty good as well, but I think Just Dire Things is more... It can fit into more packs. Let's just say that. Anyway, so... First thing I did was, you can see, if I pop underneath here, I'm using a flux point over here. And that is feeding into the battery, which is keeping the controller alive right here. I've also moved all of the, like, machines and stuff over to this side, and... I left this uncovered so you guys could see it. So I'm going to pop this one back right there. But there's a flux point right there, which is feeding all of these. And then when it comes to the flux plug, I've moved it. And I've got a white elevator right here. We can come up here. This is the build height right now. And that is where I stuck the wind generators. So they are currently producing the most amount of power that they can produce. Because they're at build height, and they're all feeding into the flux plug. Now, I will say I probably should upgrade the cables right there, because they're not feeding in enough of the like these are still full up basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there we go. Where's my entrance? Over here. There we go. So yeah, all of the power is being fed by that thing up there. I will say I've done that before. I did it in my multiplayer series where I focused on modern industrialization. And to be fair, it's just too good. I really like that. A load of people were confused because they didn't know you could pull the power from a wind generator from the bottom. And that's what we're doing up there. I'll show you again. One sec. Let's go up there. There you go. So if we come down here, you can see that we've got a cable coming out the bottom. It's pretty neat, isn't it? Last time I set this up, everyone was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. That was cool. Anyway, that is the power. Obviously, I've moved all of the machines over to this side. I did say I was going to rejigger the base a little bit. And then the next thing I did was I made some external storages. I've been meaning to make these for a while, to be fair. So I made some external storages. What they do... is if you've got, like, let's say a chest, you can use an external storage on that chest, and the refined storage system will use the chest's storage as its own storage. Now, I said this, I think it was last episode or the episode before. I've always seen refined storage and applied energistics as automation mods with a good, like, grid, let's say, or whatever you want to call this, like a good terminal look where you can see all of your items. Basically, they're an automation mod to me. I'd say they're an automation mod because you don't need to use their storage whatsoever. I'm not using it at all right here. I'll show you. Still got all of the items. Every single item in here is in all of these barrels that we've got right here. Or they're in some of these drawers that we've got right here. You don't need a disk drive. Now, the main reason I did this, everyone knows the main reason I did this, is because the disks are the thing that is the most, like, annoying about refined storage. As in, they sometimes corrupt. Like last episode when I had that weird crash that then... which, by the way, I don't think was anything to do with refined storage. It just messed with refined storage. I think it was... I can't remember what it was doing, but I had a bit of a crash, and then all of my items got deleted. But now, is like, no way everything's going to get deleted, because it doesn't matter, because it's not in the disk. because I'm using the external storages. If you imagine this storage controller, which, by the way, you can link all of your drawers, even if they're not touching. I could have one, like, all the way over here if I wanted. I can link that to the storage controller, and then you can access everything from this. Like, for example, you know, we've got some cobblestone right here. I can right-click it on the storage controller, and it will go into the cobblestone drawer. Look, we've got 447 gravel right there. We've got 444 right now. I right-click it on there. It goes back up to 447. 1, 2, 3. And another thing is down... No, I didn't mean to do that. Of course I didn't. If I get rid of those and we have a look down here, if I can click it, there it is. External storage. This has got like a load of really, really cool stuff in here. You could filter this if you want. You could say only allow gravel to go in here or whatever. So if you do have like a chest which you want to filter, you could just put like gravel in there. But we don't want to do that, do we? So there's this thing down here which is the priority that we've got right there. So I put this priority of 9001 because it's over 9000. Classic. And that means that it's going to insert but also extract from this one first because this is the highest. I think I set this one to 9000. I didn't even set this one. Okay, let's turn that one to 9000. Set. There you go. So this one is set to 9001, meaning that it will always try and go in this one first. And if it can't go in this one, it will go in this one. And I've set the disk drive up here, priority. Never mind. I just broke it, didn't I? So I have to put it back to the way it was. And set it to -1. This is the last place I want items to end up. It's like a catch-all sort of thing. Oh, it's nighttime. I'm going to have a quick sleep. Get rid of the rain. Hey, there we go. Thank you. Oh, it's much quieter now. I love it. Can hear myself think again. Brilliant. So, that's what I ended up doing. I've got my external storages. Now, unfortunately, I did notice the thing that I don't like about the external storages compared... I am going to compare applied energistics to refined storage. It is a thing that people do because... Some people love refined storage. Some people love applied energistics. I love both of them. But there is one annoying thing that I think applied energistics does a lot better. Now, if we click on this one, you can see insert and the extract priority. Refined storage does the insert and extract, meaning if, for example, well, we've got 444 right there. And I stick these ones in. It goes up to 447 because obviously it's gone to this one and said, this one is the highest place that I can like go to get the, you know, to put the gravel away. So that's where I'm going to go. Now, if, for example, I open up, I don't know, this one right here, and I'm just going to take that, whatever that is, the sesame seed out, right? And I've got my gravel in here. If I were to take out some gravel from here, it will take 64 from this over here, right? What will happen if this was applied energistics and you were doing the same thing? What it does is it will go for... okay, let me have a look back in the external storage real quick. The priority is not insert priority and extract priority. The insert priority is 9001. The extract priority is -9001. So it will always try and extract from elsewhere first. So in applied energistics, what would happen is if we took out 1, 2, 3, or... Okay, that's a little weird that it's now trying to pull out. Does it literally pull... Wait. Why is it not put? Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, let's just take out 1 right there. What will happen in applied energistics is it will take from this one because it knows that this is the lowest priority. So that makes it super, super easy to like drain all of your like areas. So like, let's say we've just set up the gravel over here. I'm going to have to pull all of the gravel out like that. And then put it all back in. And then all of it will be over here. There you go. 447 is back in there. It's really difficult to explain, but basically, I really like the fact that in Applied Energistics, all you have to do in Applied Energistics is take out 3 of them. Is there no way of just taking out, like, 1? I don't think there is. Is it shift? It's not shift, is it? It's definitely not shift. Control. Middle click? No, apparently not. Oh. Shift and then scroll wheel. Ah, there you go. That's how you do it. Ah. I'm having to learn all of these things again because I've been in the world of Applied Energistics for so long now. And I really, really like Applied Energistics as well right now. But I'm trying not to use it because obviously we want to try and use refined storage. I used to love refined storage before all the mods 10. When it didn't have refined storage in it for like so long, so I had to use AE2. It sort of forced me to love it, which is cool. Anyway, that's my little gripe about the priority system for the external storages. They are still really, really good because it means that what I can do is I can use, well, I can also make this storage controller. I can put more drawers here if I wanted to. I can even put drawers like anywhere in this radius. Like I'll put a drawer like right there, for example, right here. And it would still link up to this storage controller. Now, this is the linking tool, and you can set it. So if I right click it right there, that swaps the action to remove, meaning I can remove it from this. I'm going to right click it again in the air, and it swapped it back to add. So that means that I can add any of the drawers I've got nearby to this controller right here. Now, shift right click means that you can do multiple. So I'm going to set it to remove multiple. So it's going to remove all of those right there. Obviously, I'm going to turn it back to add so we can add them back in. And then swap to single mode again. And I think there's a few other modes you could do with this, but yeah. And then the other one is the configuration. So that's the configuration tool. And this has a bunch of modes, but the best one is it can lock everything. So I've locked like all of these. So we can unlock and then we can lock just like that. So all of these now locked. Perfect. I always put my configuration tools in my backpack as well, because you will need these like every so often. And instead of like searching in here for your configuration tools, just have a look in your backpack and there they are. Now, right there is functional storage. This over here is the sophisticated storage, which is slightly different. It basically is the same thing as this, this storage controller over here. They're both called storage controller as well, because that's what they are. Except this one will link up to the sophisticated storage barrels, which is so nice. It's really useful, actually. And what you can also do is you can use a storage tool like this. And not only can you link it up to the barrels that are like touching it. In fact, you don't need to link it up. It's just automatically like working right there. But you'll remember last episode that I said, well, there's a specific reason why I set this up with a barrel. And that's because I linked it to the system. So it does have a load of crap in it right now. And that is completely my fault. I need to bulk up the amount of like drawers and stuff. Not drawers. Barrels that I've got upstairs. I need to make my wall of barrels a bit bigger, I think. Because the overflow went into here. Now, what I have done as well is I've made these ones right here. Remember, you can do that with these drawers. You can either like unselect or you can, yeah, do that. And what that does is if I take these ones out, the only thing that's allowed to go in that slot are these miniature red hearts, which is super nice, to be fair. It's basically we've locked these to have all of these bits. And they're the ones that I wanted to get out of this, right? I have turned this off, by the way, because, yeah, we don't want it running right now. I had a load of people ask about why I didn't do a Dreadful Dirt farm, and I will get to that. I wanted blaze rods. That's the whole reason I did that. But I will get to the Dreadful Dirt farm eventually. I'm just, I'm not at that point yet. Because I don't want to fiddle with all of the, you know, filters and stuff, because you get a load of different things from Dreadful Dirt. That's the whole reason I didn't do it. Anyway, you can use this storage tool and you can link any of those barrels. Like, we could upgrade this one over here as well, actually. I might go do that. Yeah, let's go do that, actually. Sophisticated. Let's upgrade the barrel to just a regular sophisticated barrel. I'm going to do that. There you go. It just indents the top, basically. Now, what I can do with this is, because it's linked to this thing over here, and I can just link it to that one as well. I've got an idea as well. If I do this, like that, I can go here, and I can remember all of the slots. And that means the only thing that can go in here is the blocks of resin. So if I take that one out, nothing else can go in here. I can't put these resin blocks or resin ball things in there. So that's actually quite useful. I might have to do that with the one downstairs as well. It depends, right? But anyway, it's all good. So yeah, there you go. That is all the things I did between episodes. I'm going to quickly put this one right here in my backpack as well, because we're going to need that again at some point. Today is going to be a weird one. Not a weird one. I love this mod so much. We're going to get into just dire things. We love Direwolf20 on this channel. He's a legend. He is one of the people that inspired me to start making YouTube videos. I'm just putting that out there. Direwolf20. If you've never heard of Direwolf20, then go and look up his Let's Plays. Go and look up his mod tutorials. He is the godfather of modded Minecraft. He is amazing. We love him. So yeah, Direwolf20 has his own mods. He's actually the one that also brings out, I think it's building gadgets and mining gadgets and all of that. So this is his latest one, and it is fantastic. And the first thing we're going to do is get some goos. Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But we need some more sugar. I think I used all my sugar. I'm making, how many of these? Yeah, I'm going to make 4 of these primal goos right here. These are awesome. This episode, we're going to focus on just dire things. And this is super cool. This is a really, really neat way of doing things. Now, the other thing is, I'm pretty sure we don't need to start with the primal goo. Oh, yeah, we need a bunch more blaze rods. Okay, let's just do 64. Because we can. There we go. There is... That's not a quest. I should look at the quests for this. I think I ignore the quests far too much. And that is one of the things that I need to work on a little bit. Now, there's a bunch of stuff from Just Die things that I really want to get into. Now, I will say I'm not one of those that really likes the Just Die things like chestplate and, you know, the Eclipse alloy stuff, because it doesn't give you any combat protection whatsoever. It's really annoying like that. So we might skip this and we might go for something else. I know Mechanism, for example, the mech suit is just insanely good because it means that you don't take any damage. I will say that the utility, though, on this side, so this side, not so good, but on this side, very good. And in fact, we're going to try and get ourselves a Celestigem pickaxe today. That is my goal. And that is going to be a Void Shimmer Goo, which requires some Dragon's Breath. Oh, that took me forever. That genuinely took me the longest time. Let's have a look at the map. What the actual heck happened there? Look at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's my base. Based is what I called it over there. I had to go all the way over here. I went through, I think, 11 or 12 Eyes of Ender. And they all exploded, obviously. Whoa. Right. Anyway, that's probably a load of stuff generated as well that I can go and explore at some point. But right here, I dug all the way down, as you do, right? And here is what we have been looking for. Stick it down like that. Okay, right. So now all I need to do is I need to vacate the area for a bit. So that's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to get rid of this torch and we'll put a waystone here. And I know we're not at the end portal, but we can come back later. I am going to go back to base. And we can put all of this stuff away. That's from all of the gubbins that I managed. Did you seriously just open my door? How very dare you? By the way, we're not going to the end right now. At least. Where are you? Okay, I'm going to have to have a sleep, aren't I? There he is. You got anything good before we... Oh, yes, you do. You actually have a good thing. Emeralds. We only have 30 emeralds. Table. We do that real quick. Stick that one in, stick that one in, and then we can... we got a hat. We do have a villager hat. Amazing. Right, we're going to pop that one on as well. Now, do we need to unlock you? We do indeed. I don't mind using my experience to do that, if I'm honest, because it's super annoying. There we go. Right, what's this first one? Prevents iron golems from attacking the player. And then the second one is an 18% discount, which is pretty good. So we're going to do that. And now I'm just going to get myself a ton of sticks. Oh, we need a little bit more from you. Why you do this? Okay, here we go. There we go. 26. Oh, 46 even. And then we need a diamond sword. Sorry, these are one of... He's just walked outside, didn't he? Did he walk outside? No, he's right there. Good. This right here is a beast of a sword. So we are definitely getting hold of this. And we don't need that dude anymore. But that is my sword from now on. I'm going to put these away. And everything might have despawned. I think it has, you know. We have a look at the map like this. Nothing is here, which is amazing. That means we don't have to worry. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to take this with me. This waystone. We are going to go into the end. Or we're going to go to the end portal, which I kind of think is in this direction. I don't know what tells me why it's in this direction, but it kind of is in this direction. Now, oh, to be fair... on there we go. Oh, and it's got the Bane of Arthropods on there as well. So it's really good against the silverfish right there. Anyway, we can break that. And we can maybe put all of the things together. I'm going to do that right now. And I would love for us to get a decent bow to begin with. So I might do the Apotheosis. No, not Apotheosis. The mech bow. This thing is pretty cool, to be fair. It does get charged up. Unfortunately, it doesn't have, like... Yeah, we have to actually have arrows. So I'm going to have to make a bunch of arrows, aren't I? Don't even know where I got that, but okay. Is there any other really decent way to get arrows? Right, I did a thing. I know I said I wouldn't go into it, but I ended up going into Silent Gear. Would you shush? Brilliant. Yeah, I went into Silent Gear a little bit. I made these fletching blueprints right here. And with the fletching blueprints, you can use some leaves. Instead of us going off and making like a chicken spawner or something and putting it through our mob farm and getting loads of feathers that way to make like loads of arrows, or even going and getting a skeleton spawner. This probably took less time. That's all I'm going to say. I wouldn't say it's better. I'm just saying it took less time. Arrows. Let's get the regular arrows as well. Don't forget those. Now, the ones I've got right here, I'll show you actually how I did this. I made myself a arrow blueprint. I went and got a couple of feathers from some chickens. We do have chickens that spawn quite close by, so it wasn't that bad. Let's just say that. We are ready, I think. We've got bottles. We've got ourselves waystone. We've got a bow. It's electric. Don't know if that's any good, but still. We're just going to go in. Oh, that's always scary when you land in the flipping lava like that. Oh, we haven't even got any like potion effects or anything right now. Also, isn't this the more difficult one? Because that's why it's taken so long for it to load. Because is it Young's better version of the end? Yeah, there you go. It looks amazing, to be fair. This is one of those where I'm like, okay, it does look amazing, and it does add a little bit. Is there already an Ender Dragon spawned in, or do we have to wait? Here we go. Oh, I need to get out the way like this. There we go. Now, my question is, can you destroy these? No. Oh, I just had a great idea as well. Okay, I am going to put this down over here. End. Oh, it's in my backpack anyway. Oh, no, I looked at one of the Endermen. That's not good. Okay. I'm going to land over here. I know the Ender Dragon is right there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a quickie. Projectile harm. Create. And that is going to be my projectile harm. I'm pretty sure you can use this as like a laser beam. We can click it like that, and it should go directly and destroy that. So that's a really good thing to do with the Ars Nouveau book. So you can take these out like stupidly easily. There it is. Cool. Right, we got the end stone. I do kind of want to go get some, what do you call it? Chorus fruit. Because it's used in like so many things. But we got some dragon's breath because we can use the dragon's breath now to make ourselves a void shimmer goo right there. We're only going to make the one for now, I think. And we're going to place it down like that. What are the things that you need, Mr. Void Shimmer Goo? Chorus fruit. There you go. Or ender pearls. We actually don't have chorus fruit, so we're going to use ender pearls. And I'm going to make... Okay, I don't have as many diamonds as I was expecting, if I'm honest. But I'm going to make 2 blocks of diamonds right here. I'm going to put one here, and then I'm going to feed this. And maybe I get a couple of blocks of... Yeah, I'll get a few blocks of iron as well. Why not? 2 and 3. Now, the way this works is the goo... let me turn this off again. There you go. The goo will transform the iron really, really quickly. And each, like, tier of goo is quicker than the previous tier. But it can also do all of the previous tiers' recipes. So, in this case, it wants to convert all of the diamond blocks into... Well, we'll see it, whatever it's called in the end. Celestigem, I think it is. Yeah, Mom. But it will also turn all of the iron into ferrocore, which is very nice. Now, this one didn't actually finish, so that means we could probably get a few more out of this. But we got super unlucky because we only got... you got 6. Oh, flipping heck. And the shader's back on. There we go. Okay, well, it doesn't matter because that means that we can make our Celestigem pickaxe, which is what we actually want. And this thing is awesome because it uses energy instead of durability. And you can upgrade it. And you can put like loads of different weird upgrades in here. So we can have a ore miner, which is basically vein miner. So we don't really need that one. We can have a auto smelter, which again, I don't really want to do that one because we don't really want to auto smelt stuff normally. Like if you mine a bit of iron, it will turn whatever you get from that. So let's say you get 3 pieces of raw iron. It will just smelt them directly. And we don't really want to do that, right? Because we want to ore double at least. There's hammer, which I might actually make because that's pretty good. That means that it does a 3x3. Or you can make it go up to like 7x7, I believe. Or is it 9x9? I can't remember now. It would make sense to be 9x9 because it is dire, right? Dialytes is 9x9. And then finally, Drops Teleporter is insanely good. Because it means that you can bind this to an inventory. And whatever you mine, it will teleport all of your... Well, whatever you've mined to that inventory. So good. Right, we want to pick this one up. I'm going to turn off my magnet real quick. Chuck down the... everything right there. And we are going to get ourselves the Fortune 5 back. And then I can pop that on the Celestigem pickaxe. Which is awesome. We love it. We love it. I'm kind of thinking that we should just rip this one apart as well. We'll do it another time. It's all good. There we go. Right. So now... Oh, yes. I'm going to put my magnet back on. I need to change my keybinds for those a little bit. Ooh, you know what? We can just leave it there, can't we? There we go. So now we've got a Fortune 5 pickaxe that I don't mind using because, well, let's pop down into the mines real quick. So we are in the mines, as you can see, and now I can just vein mine in a line like this. And I don't feel bad about wasting, because you can see the power goes down and it comes straight back up, which is awesome. Oh, yeah, we need to get the egg, don't we? So I'm just going to punch the egg. Which way did it go? This way. It literally went the opposite way to the way I thought it went. Anyway. Dig underneath, as you do. Stick down a torch, and we got the egg. Perfect. All right, if we're going to get the egg, we've got to automate the egg as well, right? So I'm going to put just a random block there first. Stick this on so it's pointing down, like that. Break that one. Stick the egg on top. You can see that it's trying to create them. And then you can stick a drawer underneath. Anyway, there you go. We've got 2 new dragon eggs. And we still got the one up there, look. And there's another one. So, yeah. We can do the same with the dragon head as well. Right, with that, I think we're going to call the episode here. I've got a tool now that I can use to strip mine a little easier. I know strip mining, I've been watching some vanilla-y stuff recently, and people frown upon strip mining, but it's an OG move in my opinion, so I still think it's a good thing to do. It might just be me though, but anyway. I'm going to call the episode here for today. We got ourselves into Just Die Things by, like, we literally dipped our toe in. It's such a huge mod. But yeah, maybe next time, we are going to do mechanism next episode. We're going to automate mechanism with refined storage. Specifically, we're going to automate the infusers. And I have a weird way that I do my infusers. Even with applied energistics, I have a weird way of doing my infusers. So stay tuned for that one. I always feel weird about asking this, but if you are enjoying the series, then go back and watch episode 1 and the whole playlist and give a like and all of that sort of stuff in it. Maybe give a subscribe. That'd be really nice. Anyway, I barely ever talk about that, so I thought I would mention it at least once. Maybe I mentioned it in the first episode, actually. All right, ignore me. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.